Hi YouTubers, it's Smokehissy, once again, for the, let's see, second segment today. So, the reason I'm on the deck is actually because I want to do a video right now, and the reason I'm doing this video is because I'm in my coat right now because it's very cold outside. But the point is, this is going to be a video I wanted to do for a long time. It's going to be the long-awaited Captain Black Cherry review. Yes, it's finally here. I'm finally going to do it. It's a live review, so I'll be smoking in the video. It is kind of windy outside, but I can only smoke on the deck because the car's in the garage, so I can't move the car, obviously, because I don't drive. But the point is, finally, after I've had so many people requesting me over the years to do Captain Black Cherry as a live review, or a review in general, and finally, I will be doing a live review of Captain Black Cherry right now. Now this is what it looks like. I kind of disfigured it, but this is what the pouch looks like. It is, I can't even read it because it's so dark outside. I only have a light over there, but the point is, enough rambling, is that is what Captain Black Cherry looks like. Let me make sure this is recording. Okay, it's recording. Now, this pipe tobacco contains two primary tobaccos, Black Cavendish and Cavendish. So it's a Cavendish-based tobacco. It has one flavor, which is cherry. Now, this is going to be kind of different from my other videos, my other pipe tobacco reviews, because I usually don't smoke when doing a review of tobacco. Usually I get a review in my room, mainly because I have no good place to smoke. And just in general, the reason I don't smoke in general, a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you smoke in general? Why don't you smoke in your videos? It's mainly because, especially for pipes, I have no good place to smoke. I can't smoke inside my parents' house because I live with my parents. Yes, I'm 23 and a half. I'm not underage, but can't smoke inside my parents' house. I can't smoke in the garage right now because the car's in the garage and the camera wouldn't fit in the garage because of the car. I can't smoke in the shed because that's a fire hazard and it wouldn't fit in the camera wouldn't fit in the shed. And all the other places around here, I have no good place to smoke. So if you're wondering why I don't do live reviews of tobacco, like pipe tobacco and cigars, it's because I have no good place to smoke. Or rather, I have no good place to record a camera or record a video while I'm smoking. And I kind of like to keep my smoking to myself. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do the review right now. So, I actually have my lighter in my pocket right now because it's so cold outside. It is in the low 40s. So, people in like Florida, I feel so jealous because it is freezing outside. Well, not freezing, but it's pretty damn cold. Okay, so let's get this started. Now, the reason why, I just want to explain this quickly. I should put my lighter back in my pocket. The reason why I wanted to do this review live, because people have been asking me to try this tobacco for so long. You know, try Captain Black Cherry. It's supposedly, I packed my pipe right here in my cob. Oh, it has to keeping smoking the cob pipe, the corn cob general, with Captain Black Cherry. Okay. And I'm not drinking anything right now, so I already have my beer for the day. But the reason why so many people wanted me to do this review is because this is such a horrible tobacco. I mean, Captain Black Cherry is supposedly one of the worst tobaccos you can possibly smoke. It's up there with Middleton's Cherry, tobacco, pipe tobacco. It's up there with, I don't know, I'm trying to think of it, Danish Black Original Vanilla, which is disgusting. I've had it before. It's chemical tasting. This got a 1.5 on tobaccoreviews.com, which is my reference. So it's possibly one of the worst tobaccos you can possibly smoke. Now keep in mind, there are a lot of tobaccos on tobaccoreviews.com. Pipe tobaccos are meant for a pipe. But of all those tobaccos, and there are probably 5,000 plus tobaccos they reviewed on tobaccoreviews.com. This is one of the worst. And I've never tried this before. I've never tried it. I've tried Captain Black White. I've tried Captain Black Gold. And that's it. I have never ever tried Captain Black Cherry or Royal or Light or the tin tobaccos that just came out a couple of months ago or several months ago. So keep in mind this is a new taste for me, or what you would call a first taste video, or what Smoke Rings Pipe Dreams Cal calls a first taste video. I've never tried this before. It could be good. Some people liked it. It could be pure crap. It could make me vomit. I don't know. So anyway, let's light this up. And I can't, and we're smoking the entire bowl on camera. The camera that I'm using right here is a different camera, the non-HD camera, because it records longer than 10 minutes. And yeah, so I have plenty of battery life on my camera. Okay, let's light it up. And I'm very interested to see what it tastes like because if you're wondering why I'm keeping my lighter in my hand like this, it's so cold that the lighter fuel starts to die out or get cold. And I'm using a Bic lighter. Yeah, it's damn cold, and I might have a little bit of trouble lighting some of the wind. Though I suspect, because this is a very dried out ribbon cut tobacco, it's going to burn very fast and very hot. So I don't think I'll have to relight this pipe much. You get what I'm saying? I would suspect, because I was feeling the tobacco in the pouch, it's very dried. Not too dried, but it's drier. It's probably going to be a pretty hot smoke and probably going to be a very quick smoke, 15-20 minutes, whatever. It's still only a small pipe. Anyway, let's light up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you're wondering, I use my lighter as a tamper because I'm kind of lazy to get my tamper. I'm a lazy ass, so I'm just kidding. Okay, now the wind's coming, so I can already smell it. And when I was smelling in the pouch, it was pretty nasty smell. It smelled like cough medicine, honestly. It smelled like kind of like Robitussin cough medicine. Not the most pleasant smell. Yeah, this lighter's already getting dead. Forgive me, I'm going to have to kind of struggle with this. I can't go inside because I can't smoke inside. I know a lot of people ask me, why don't you smoke inside? Why don't you do videos? Isn't this your house, you know? Bottom line is that I live with my parents still. Not everyone who's 18 and older lives on their own, so... Unfortunately, it's very hard for me to... And this is one of the reasons I smoke in the garage. I would smoke in the garage normally, but the car's in the garage and I can't move it up because I don't have a driver's license, so... And if you're wondering, yes, I'm 23 years old, I'm not underage, I'm not an underage smoker. Okay, I'm about to use my outer lighter. This is just a nightmare, honestly. And it's more funny than anything because, it's more funny because, it's just me getting tortured by the wind. Okay, it's almost lit. Okay, almost lit. Okay, it's lit. Finally. Yuck. And right away, I can tell it's not going to be a good smoke at all. Right away. Yeah, right away, not a good tobacco. I can already tell. This is only going to get worse. Well, my initial impression of it is it definitely has cherry flavoring in it. Has a cherry ameliorant or flavoring, whatever you want to call it. And yes, I drag on it a little bit deeply. I tend to like to. I'm not inhaling, but I do like to get a very stronger taste from the pipe, so I can taste more. A lot of people, when they smoke a pipe, will take shorter puffs, but I tend to take more deeper puffs because I like to get more of a throat hit. It's already not staying lit very well. I can already tell this is not good tobacco. I packed it really tight because I wanted to make this a longer video for you guys, you know, to make this a more enjoyable video, so I'm not only out here for like 10 minutes. And it's not bad. I mean, it's the flavors I'm getting right now are very excuse me, a very kind of like a bitter cherry, not super bitter. Very mild. This is very, very mild tobacco. Not very flavorful at all. Like when you compare it to like Boswell's Cherry Smash, which is a very good tobacco, very good aromatic, which I actually haven't had in a long time. I don't know. It's not horrible. I might actually save this pouch. I was thinking about just throwing it out after the review, but because I thought it was gonna be that bad, so bad. This isn't horrible. I expected it to be a lot more chemical tasting, a lot more, you know, very gritty, very chemical tasting, kind of like if you ever had Bork and Rift by who makes that? I forget. And yeah, I'm retrohaling right now, so try to get more flavor by retrohaling. Very mild, very bland. It tastes like if you were to compare it to like Cherry Smash by Boswell, like a really mild version. That was really fruity and really sweet. That was a really sweet, very fruity tobacco. This is just, it's not horrible, I'll give you that much, or I'll give it that much. Even when taking really deep puffs like that, obviously I'm not inhaling, but even when taking very deep puffs, and there's, well, you can't see, but there's tons of smoke going out in the distance, really no flavor. Yeah, even when I take like a really deep puff like that, all I get really is a throat hit. It's just more of a throat hit than anything. It's just a sharp tobacco flavor. Yeah, no flavor at all. And you can, and I'm not sure if you can hear it. I don't think the camera will pick it up, but you can actually hear the sugar crackling. It's so, there's probably so much of these sugars and ameliorants that when you can, when an aromatic is really cased like that, you can hear crackling in the sugar, almost like if you were smoking like clove cigarettes or clove little cigars, like Djarms. Yeah, it tastes like a combination of like in terms of the flavor, the ameliorant, the cherry. It tastes like a combination between like a liqueur actually, yeah, kind of like a cherry flavored liqueur, like almost like an alcohol candy, and like cough medicine really, which is really not a good combination. I mean, keep in mind, it's not bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but really not something I would recommend. No tongue bite yet, actually surprising. I've been puffing pretty hard and no tongue bite. Though I don't get tongue bite very often in tobacco. I'm pretty immune to tongue bite in general. Yeah, I mean, see that? Huge cloud of smoke, virtually no flavor, and I'm actually getting a little bit of a headache right now. So, getting more. It's not really a buzz. I've heard this tobacco can give you a nicotine high, or not a nicotine high, a nicotine buzz because it's not a drug, or it's not. You get what I'm saying? It's not. It's not a legal drug. But I've heard this tobacco can give you a really bad nicotine buzz. It's more of an ammonia buzz, honestly. Yeah, nothing I would recommend, honestly. Ooh, I'm getting a really bad headache, honestly. Getting a really bad headache. It's not nicotine, it's ammonia. It's not nicotine. And most pipe tobaccos, even though they may have more ammonia, they don't give me this buzz. Ooh, not very. Yeah. Yeah. Wicked mild, a tiny bit of a cherry flavor, virtually no taste, very bad buzz. I've been smoking this probably for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. I'll check the camera when I get in, or check the file. So yeah, virtually no flavor. It's like smoking air. It's more of a throat hit than anything. It's not horrible in the sense that I would say like I would never smoke it again. Well, I would never smoke it again. But the point is, it's not like it makes me feel sick or it is nasty to the point where I would just throw it out. Excuse me. Yeah, honestly, very bland. It's actually starting to dry out my lips. Because it's a very dry tobacco. It's hard to explain, but yeah. And as I suspected, it's having no problem staying lit because it's so dry. Or it's not so dry, but it's just such a sugar bomb. It's so much. You don't taste the sugar. If you can understand that, it's not. It's not like you taste sugar. You just. It's so heavily cased with sugar that it burns so fast, and so burns so quickly, or stays lit so quickly, or you know what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't really taste any cherry actually. The more I smoke it, the more I taste. What I taste is more of like a burley taste. It actually tastes more like burley. It does not have burley. Check that. Yeah, it just tastes like a really dry, sandy like tobacco. Tastes actually tastes a little bit like a cigarette actually. The more I smoke it. And yes, for the thousandth time, I don't roll my own cigarettes. I know it's a question I get a lot of is, do you roll your own cigarettes? No, I don't. I smoke pipes. I don't roll my own cigarettes. Yeah, virtually no taste. Even at the very beginning, see a lot of aromatics, you'll get a flavor in the beginning, then it'll die out through the bowl. There was one tobacco I tried called Raspberry Cream by Boswell, which was kind of like that, where it had more of a flavor at the start of the bowl. This has absolutely no flavor to it. Like smoking air. Yeah, it's starting to irritate my mouth, and yeah. Also, give me a wicked headache. Also, getting kind of a really nasty ammonia buzz or ammonia high. I mean, not something I would recommend, honestly. Save your money. And this wasn't cheap. This was $5. I mean, which is not a lot of money, but it's like, save your money. Not something I recommend at all. I mean, is it the worst tobacco I've ever smoked? No. I've had worse. I've had tobaccos like that, black vanilla, Danish, whatever it was called, Danish original black vanilla Cavendish. That was disgusting. That was like chemical tasting. That I've had better cigarettes than that. So I don't smoke cigarettes, so it's like I used to, but it's like this is okay if you're looking for something that has no taste and flavor. I have a feeling we're almost done with the bowl. Yeah, I have a feeling we're almost done with the... Yeah, it's already at the halfway point, almost. So, very quick smoking also. Not something I recommend. I think Deep Puff's trying to keep this lit. Because my lighters are dead. It's so cold outside. Okay. I got it back up. I got it to stay lit. Yeah, we're at the halfway point. I've been only here for maybe like 10 minutes, probably 10, 15 minutes. Honestly, no flavor. Tiny bit of like a peppery cherry. Little bit of a flavor. Just very, very poor. Save your money, honestly. Now, if you're curious, I don't use tobaccoreviews.com as a... I don't write reviews myself. I should probably, but... I'm not sure if I would give this a 1.5, but I would give this easily a 1.8, 1.9. Very poor. It just is really, really bad, honestly. Captain Black White, Captain Black Gold are, sorry. That's something stuck in my mouth. Maybe tobacco, I don't know. Captain Black White is so much better than this. And even that is not great. This is terrible, honestly. Yeah. Even at the end of the bowl, even with the more intense flavor, it's nothing. All dry tobacco. The bowls are not even that hot, which is good. I expected this to burn a lot hotter. I don't think you could have heard. I don't think you heard that, but it was crackling. It's like when you smoke a Dejarm cigarette or a Dejarm cigar, little cigar. It crackles. The cloves crackle. And this is crackling because there's so much sugar, so much worthless, crappy sugar. It's like there's no point in it. No flavor. Save your money. Disgust. Very bad. It doesn't taste bad, but it's very, very bad. For the price, you're gonna pay probably in retail stores for this $6, $7 if depending where you live. Save your money. Yuck. Now it's starting to give me a taste, but it's really nasty. Ugh. It's really bitter tobacco. Not even cherry. You don't taste any cherry from this. You taste bitter. It actually tastes a lot like a gas station cigar, actually. It actually reminds me a little bit of that Swisher Sweets BLK Cherry that I reviewed a couple years ago. Very bland. Not as bitter, but yuck. I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now this is going in the trash. I'm not even bothering to smoke this because it's not even worth smoking. And no, for the last time, I don't send tobacco through the mail. Not comfortable doing that. This is not even worth smoking. Don't even buy it. Yeah. Yuck. I mean, it's just bitter, bitter tobacco. Bitter tobacco, bitter cherry taste, bitter everything. It's like you're eating tree sap, honestly. It actually reminds me a little bit of like if you ever have like maple syrup that's gone bad, like maple syrup if you have like maple syrup that's gone bad, or like a really poor quality maple syrup that's really like the cheapest store bought maple syrup. Yuck. Tastes like a mixture of burnt cherries, sugary disgustingness. Ugh. Also, it's burning quite hot. And the last, probably on the last third of the bowl, very hot burning, very, very not good. I would not buy it again. I mean, this is probably. I mean, there's got to be better cigarettes than this. I mean, I think Marlboro Reds were better than this. I think National American Spirits were better than this. Yeah, National American Spirits were a hell of a lot better than this. Even considering the paper, the nasty, horrible, freaking chemicals they put in cigarettes, with the exception of National American Spirit, obviously. I've had better cigarettes than this. I think Newports were better than this, honestly. I mean, even considering that's really saying something. I mean, when I say that a pipe tobacco in a pipe is worse than a cigarette, or a cigarette is better than this, that's really saying something because I hate cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I can't stand them. I literally cannot smoke a cigarette. I mean, it's so nasty. Yeah, save your money. Not even